Okay. But yeah, if we can assemble Exodia, that would be a pretty good draft strategy.
It would. It would. Mock Zodia. You know what? I never realized that the guy on Timely Rescue or whatever that card is, the one from Innistrad with Flashback, that guy,
Mm-hmm.
he has a white goatee. I could never tell.
Yep.
Can you, like, pencil that in? Is that, like, the mustache drawn on top of the Mona Lisa?
A lot of jewelry.
Yeah, maybe that helps him cling to the grass.
Mm-hmm.
Or, okay, this is one of the classic tricks. If you don't like drawing hands, which I'm starting to believe that this artist really does not like doing, you can kind of fake it by, like, putting things in the way, having people with hands in their pockets, and so on.
They have a pretty large visible hand. I know, but this artist is going like a mile beyond some of the fakers. I ain't gonna give any crap to like they have one person here and they drew 3 hands. Right?
Fine, I hate doing this, but I'll do it.
3rd hand.
Have all the damn hands.
All right, let's go draft. Let's see what's up. How many moxes can we find?
Oh, Ava wins this match too.
Yeah,
while we're drafting, that's terrible. They didn't beat us that badly. Come on.
We get bilsted.
We might well get bilsted given the insular nature of the queue.
At least it's not as much as so when we did some of the Masters editions, we actually did bilst players because there were like 300, 400 players.
Oh man, I'm remembering that stream that Ryan did the other day. It was like weeks ago at this point, where like you could watch the active players counter like ticking down, progressively like booting people from the queue for some reason. Oh, that was because the ban list updated.
Yeah, the ban list updated, and then like Ryan lost a win. I remember that. Okay, what do we got? We got Treachery, we got Ulamog, we got Goblin Welder, we got Oath.
Ooh.
We got
Oath of Druids.
Oath.
How do we give them creatures? There's not really a way to do it, right? You just have to like run out Oath and be like, your move, clown.
You do it the same way you do it in Vintage, and that is Oko.
Yikes. Oko is a baller way to enable Oath.
Mm-hmm.
But like seriously, the busted, so to speak, stuff is like Welder, Oath of Druids, arguably High Tide or Living Death, followed by Treachery as just this stomping of a card in a different style.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing here is like strongly what I want,
I'm willing to pick up I know that the Ulamog is one of the cards we would want with it, but I'm willing to pick this up.
There are a million billion big old Oathy boys. It's finding them. Hey.
How are we turning on that Oath, I say?
But how are we gonna turn on the Oath?
Yeah, this is how we give up the creatures. We turn off their signet and it becomes a 3/3 elk. Also, this pack has my favorite, Leovold. Hello.
This is beautiful. Let us pick no creatures. Can we manage that?
Well, we need like 2, right? Like, if we're gonna,
no, fatties are not creatures. They're fatties.
Right.
Creatures are like Lanomar Elf and can't think of any other creatures who are in the cube. The food will help us regain the life that we would pay. Signets are always really good.
Mm-hmm.
Miscalc and Control Magic are fine.
I know that Grizzlebrand's like a really cool thing to flip into off of Oath. I want an Eldrazi rather than Grizzlebrand, to be honest, but on color Signet gives us even more to do. And also this pack is quite good coming back around. Control Magic Regrowth, Nature's Claim, Miscalc, Signet.
Yeah, even other Signet. Like honestly, like signets are a real high pick.
Yeah.
In Vintage Cube.
And a signet that is already double fixing.
Like, look, we're playing Oko, all right? This guy should not have been printed. Ooh, Reading Ravine is a nice way to have a creature without having a creature.
Yeah, this is not. That's like having a spell without needing a spell.
Geez.
The other side.
Could you imagine oathing into Brazen Borrower? I would die on the spot.
I've watched players oath in the worst creatures than Brazen Borrower. Brainstorm is kind of neat because, like, if we draw into our oath target.
Like, oh yeah, being able to tuck it is real huge.
Right, we can.
That is a good brainstorm.
Throw it immediately on top. Primeval Command is a searcher for creatures, probably not our speed. I like Raging Ravine as well, but I kind of like this is not an effect that's going to be common, right? Like, we're not going to see another Brainstorm style effect.
Yeah, there's not like, what was it? The Rise of the Eldrazi thing was called See Beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't.
Whereas here we can pick up like Wandering Fumarole to replace what you had mentioned. We can pick up Nahiri as a second way to Oath. So Nahiri's -8 is search for a creature.
Right. That's a sudden dedication to a wider spray of colors. Do you want to go for it? Like, if we could have a goose, then I would be kind of all about it, but
right.
Crummy without that.
Well, it's going to be hard for us to fix that, I guess, because we're not going to be able to play creatures to fix it, right? We're not going to be able to
play... Yeah. We have to, like, pick up every signet and...
What about every signet? What about just another signet?
They're great. You know, we're in blue, so we might end up with, like, Urza or something.
Okay, this is the sort of way we're actually getting... Oh, hold on. Sorry, creature land in our colors. Right? Like... Planeswalkers are going to be one of our ways we're winning, too. You know, we want to be controlling... Because we can't control creatures, we want to control just a pile of walkers. But I like Lumbering Falls for giving us a creature when, you know, we don't have any, and it's also fixing already for what we do have. Garrick is neat. Actually a little too expensive for my liking.
Yeah, shame we can't oath into him. Kind of a bummer. Do you just want to pick the multi-land?
Yeah, because, like, I don't... Like, Cruise is the only playable one in here, right? Like, that's the only one we'd cast, because we're not going to be using Finale.
Yeah, I don't think Finale Devastation is it.
We're going to have enough...
It's too much of a stress on colors.
We're going to have enough stuff to want to cruise?
That's the big question, right? Like,
I guess if we pick it up now, we can try to pick up fetches a little more, and...
Yeah, I mean, if we get it, we somehow get, like, fetch lands and Emery, then cool.
Yeah.
I guess. Morphos? Nothing here really scans. Like, we don't want the creatures. Maybe Hissing Quagmire?
Yeah, it's another creature land. It's another... And, like, that's all right. Like, more fixing in case we do end up in some other colors. You know, you had talked about just the land in the last pack. That might be...
Yeah. All the creature lands. Whatever creature land you want. Would that even work for us? Like,
it would work if, like, our oath target got into the yard.
Hilarious. I want to pick Shambling then. I know it's kind of weepy, but what are we gonna do? Ooh, here's one. We can Wishclaw Talisman and then turn it into an elk.
Ha.
So they so we get to tutor for something, but they get a 3/3. Oh, a walker.
All right.
That's not bad. Kill an elf, kill a mox. All of the creature lands.
Oh, our deck is so slow.
It's not like Primal Command is going to make it faster.
No.
Okay. Alternatives appear. Okay. It's fine. We're still looking for our oath payoff.
Yeah, I want like...
cast up Ulamog to pick the oath itself.
Yeah, I want like 2.
Yeah.
I want them to be like big enough to matter. Well.
Oh.
Well, which one do I
now? Oh God. And Urza?
Well, Urza's a
okay, maybe Urza's not actually good anymore because of like Oath of Druids. He would like make 2 creatures and then they get to oath back.
Right. Blightsteel or Emrakul? I think Blightsteel's the one that's actually a better...
I think so too. That gives us the outside shot of Tinker as a backup plan.
Yes.
And we already have Signets. We're already in blue.
So Blightsteel
shouldn't be that hard to pick up like a couple more artifacts. And this pack is kind of hot.
Yeah, I would actually
look at all this.
Like check it out.
Oh, another like 3 mana walker from 2019.
If this were if this were 15 Emrakul, I would say 15 Emrakul, but like Blightsteel is a little better for us.
Okay,
Kaz.
The Annihilator. Yeah, there's that force negation that we were talking about.
Okay, yeah, so there it is. Kozilek.
Considering the way that we're putting him into play, Cozy is kind of not it, right?
I mean, like, Annihilation still works well. It's just weak to removal. Maybe we just want the Force?
It's probably correct to take Force. And I'm also sad to pass Mishra's Workshop, but I've seen that like no one's picking that anymore, but everyone's picking the artifact, so it's like no one thinks that they have enough artifacts to be Workshop.
Mm-hmm.
Terastodon, huh?
Terastodon, Breeding Pool.
Oh, it'll blow up the oath.
Yeah, we blow up the oath, and then it's like we just have all the creatures. That's probably fine enough.
Yeah, I was really okay. I have to like retune myself for the plan that we're drafting around.
I know,
because I almost leapt with joy at the presence of Jiraga.
I know,
far and away the best mana elf. Casual breeding pool that we're also giving up. Arm card.
Vivian does good work. That plus is basically...
Yeah. I've liked Karn. Like, he can make creatures, but you don't have to. He comes down after an accelerated Signet.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like turn 2, land Signet, pass, turn 3, land Karn.
Metamorph's also an option, and I think that's about it in this pack.
Oh, that's also an embarrassing oath.
Yeah, that's we don't really want to.
We can pick Vivian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she crunches up mana rocks, of course. Hey, my favorite boy. He's not the pick.
No, that's not a card for this deck. Maybe that duel.
Just go sailing on the sea.
Yeah, or maybe a Tarka.
Tarka is big. We have 2 good big targets, right?
Yeah.
We're kind of happy about these, and you did say you wanted 2.
Yep.
So we're kind of covered for that.
Yeah, Tarka would be playing. Yeah, Elesh Norn is into an empty board. Remember, like Elesh Norn is -2/-2 to your opponent's creatures, but it gives us nothing. Right. And then our opponent immediately oaths back.
It probably also is a board that stays empty for a while if it's going to be that. Yona. People must be picking fetch lands real high.
Yeah.
I have not seen one.
Yona seems pretty good here because, like, in the sense that, like, if we can honestly maybe use it as like a sideboarded target where our opponent is like more monocolored.
Switch up our oath targets. I dig it. And how are we going to guarantee that we get our oath? It's gonna be hard.
It's hard. This is exactly the sort of fixing we want. This is some good stuff for us. It's ramp.
Nice. Yeah.
Frasca.
She can destroy mono rocks.
And draw cards.
Sacrifice permanents.
Ah, yeah, if we want to turn off Oath again.
Yeah. Oh no, they're gonna oath us. We need our Vraska.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's fine.
This is the way that we interact with our opponent. Well now.
That or like just straight heroes downfall.
It might be time to consider further interaction with the opponent than Oko and Kaya. But yeah, again, he doesn't have the she doesn't have the Annihilator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, Emma. Harmonize v Vindicate. Possibly v Cold Oath of Forge Master as the fakest tinker in the world. Like sack this and the signets you use to accelerate it out for the Blightsteel.
Right.
Hopefully they can't like cryptic bounce it.
I'm gonna go with how do we find the oath and then just draw some cards. Sure, Razor Ridge Thicket. It's fine.
Gonna have an exciting mono base on our hands.
Wow.
Your choice of fatties.
Stirring Wildwood. Alright. We have a little bit of like a in case of fire over here.
Right, if for whatever reason the oath plan just cannot work, we can be like, okay, whatever.
Okay.
We do some junky beats.
Garrick. Ancestral Visions, Garrick are the two that kind of... Oh, and Thran Dynamo, and... Ooh, and Mana Vault. These are all very, very good cards.
So if we get to the point where we have to think about hard casting our big boys, we're thinking about Thran Dynamo and so on.
Yeah.
I also kind of think that Garok is exactly the kind of thing we need. He also accelerates, kind of. And
yeah.
He can be a 3/3, a multiple 3/3s.
Right, and it's okay for us to put the 3/3s on the table with Garrick as long as we don't have the Oath, because we can just, like, you know, have the creatures. It's fine.
Yeah. He's a good planeswalker, man. He's been good for a long time.
Thoughtseize and some signets. That's basically what we got here, is Thoughtseize and some signets.
Thoughtseize is an effect that we don't currently have. I kind of like the signets, the signets more, even still.
Yeah, especially Orzhov Signet is still 2 on colors. I know, you know, there's a Worn Power Stone here, but like we only really have one card we're super ramping up to. Everything else we're not actually going to be making use of that much. I like having a little bit more of this weird bonus that we can actually cast Kaya.
Yeah. It'd be great.
Hello.
Goodness.
Oh, and an Upheaval. God, and a Lightning Greaves. Oh.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Greaves is lame. It'll wheel. No one wants that.
Sure. So, Upheaval?
Yeah, I love an Upheaval.
God, and oppositions in this one too. That's kind of funny. We're not an opposition deck, but it's
we're nowhere near an opposition
somebody
deck.
Mentioned that, and I think that's kind of hilarious. All right, Upheaval's definitely really strong with a lot of these mana dorks and like, or the, you know, not mana dorks, the signets we have, and like we can easily try to like just make a bit like a planeswalker or two into that empty board. Upheaval's too strong. Ugin's also very, very strong. Is a good way to like win a game. But
yeah, I think I would be pulling harder for Ugin if we had picked up like the Worn Power Stone 3 and Dynamo.
Yeah.
In the last couple picks.
Mindslaver, Assassin's Trophy.
3 mythic angels in this.
That's hilarious. Assassin's Trophy gives us anything removal. Jace is just a little bit more card draw.
Hmm. We don't have any fetch lands, or else, again, I would kind of be pulling for Wrenn and 6.
That was what I was looking for as well, but we have nothing to currently recur.
Yeah, I mean... yeah, let's get a trophy. Oh boy.
I'm sitting there looking at the first couple cards in this pack. All of them are really strong. Fastbond's not really us. We don't have anything that makes it super.
Fastbond is good with Gush and Draw 7s.
Yeah,
that's where you really want the bomb. Yeah, okay. Maybe Upheaval Fastbond is a plan.
Coercive Portal's good, and the other card, honestly, in here I kind of want would be the Scarab God, because it's not even like oathing into it. I don't feel bad, but Portal's like a draw, and that's something nice to have.
Yeah.
Think through time, survival, premise.
It's sad that we cannot be survival. Like,
if we draw both our idiots, we hard cast them or cast Brainstorm and put them on top of our deck. Easy. Enlightened Tutor?
That is another copy of Oath of Druids.
We do have white in the deck.
There was Mastermind's Acquisition, just
Indeed.
We can't be Dig Through Time. We don't have a way to mill ourselves. Well, okay, there's that one, but...
Joke, just no way.
No method whatsoever.
This one's a pretty simple one.
Oh, there you go. That's a method to mill ourselves.
Not only a method to mill ourselves, but also get us closer to Oath and, like, find some walkers to get us action later in the game.
It's actually kind of perfect. It works at every stage. Like, early on, it helps us dig to the thing we want.
Oh, the last possible Tinker!
Hey-oh.
Okay. That gives us a backup plan.
Okay, prediction. We're going to pick Tinker. There's going to be a scenario where we tinker for Coercive Portal.
Yeah, we're going to have to tinker for that Coercive Portal. That's going to happen. Well, I'm now interested in this Relic of Progenitus.
I am personally offended that Yawgmoth's Will and Monastery Mentor are both right here. That's like almost a plan in itself.
These are like two of the strongest white cards in the cube. I'm gonna pick up Relic because, like, we want more things to sack to.
Yeah. More Tinker targets. We're not playing these, so just pick whatever. The backup beatdown plan. Sure.
Because, like, the kitchen. Okay, and we did get the.
Told you they'd wheel. Yep. No one wants that. I barely want it. Dragon Predator's backup beatdown. Easy. Pick whatever.
Lunchtime, boy!
Pick the ancient and exciting cards. We actually have a fairly robust backup plan. Kind of proud to see that.
This is a really funky looking deck.
I love it.
We're gonna tinker for Greaves.
It's gonna be a mess.
Tinker for Greaves. Beautiful.
Brainstorm with no fetch lands.
We have one way to shuffle.
Brainstorm in response to the Search for Tomorrow.
Okay, so I took out the Raging Ravine because we're actually not red. We are every color but red in this deck, as you can see.
Sweet.
Cards we probably cut. Double black is actually a lot.
That's gonna be hard. It's much harder than Assassin's Trophy for
I'm gonna quick do this just to make sure we're okay. 24, good.
So pretty much main green.
And main green blue, which is what we expected. We have a little bit of black and a little bit of white for some like interactive pieces. Not a lot, but you know, powerful enough ones. Kaya has shown her power in this cube. The -1 on Kaya hits a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Time for a hard cut. You're gonna hate this. I think it's Force of Negation.
We don't have a lot of blue cards.
We actually don't support it.
Dark Petition is another copy of Oath. Double black again scares me too much. That's just so much. Yeah.
We can make do with like E-Tutor, Oath of Druids, and the rest of the cards that's just sort of incidentally find and fix.
Right. Search was actually one of the biggest additions for us here, right? Like that's
No, I love it. I mean, like I said, it's every stage of the game. Early on it digs, after an oath it flips into more mana to be able to hard cast things or look for more stuff. If we misfire, it's just
Force can come in if we're up against an opponent who we need this.
Yeah, we have one more blue card in the board. It's sitting there waiting. Yeah, the Predator's just Trigon Predator.
I do enjoy this, where it's like, say we play against like some sort of like burn deck. It's just, you know what? Screw Oath. New plan. Like, here's just some good cards if we ever need.
I don't think you can actually put together burn without like a creature base in the cube. But
oh my god, somebody who's just burn.
we lead on Oath, and they're like, okay, EOT, lightning bolt your head, and we're like,
oh no,
oh god,
oh fuck, not this. All right, let's do the hardest part. So I think it's just gonna be this, but it's gonna be because we have Search for tomorrow. We have to include basics of each type.
I don't hate it.
So let me quick count. So these are our white sources. And then we also have 2 signets that are white sources. So white's
actually a lot more than I expected.
All right, let's check our black sources. We'll put those on the Kaya pile.
Gonna be pretty hard to Enlighten Tutor turn 1, but
5 black sources for the 3 cards. Let's go green sources. Again, I'm trying to... Green sources are 6 plus however many basics. It's probably going to be 5, so it'll be like 11. And then blue sources. Blue we'll put here. That would be Simic Signet, Lumbering Falls. Ooh. Okay, we might need more basic islands because we don't actually have a lot of blue fixing. So that's why I did this little exercise, was to see where our weakness was. Because like right now, this wants us to be like, oh yeah, 2 islands, but I actually think it's probably either 3 or even 4. Because we do have Upheaval, and we do want to be able to, like, Search is a card I want to be able to cast early. Oko's a card I want to cast early. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Whereas green also has a lot of that, but, like, we already have a lot of green fixing in the deck to go along with this. So.
All right, perfect mana base. What a beautiful pile we have.
Yeah, this sure is a deck. Leads to some... Look, basically the 1-2 punch of Oath into Oko turned us into something dumb. So, I love it.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and save deck. Alright, thank you, Medibot, for the sub, and have a good night.
I think the part that I like about this the most is we managed to avoid picking up Thoughtseize, Inquisition of Kozilek, or really any other way of looking at our opponent's hand. So we no longer have to feel bad. Perfect knowledge of all of the ways in which they are going to own us. No blue.
I do like this because like we have Kaya castable and Harmonize pretty close to castable as well.
Yeah. Kaya, you don't have to like turn 2, turn 3 Oko in order to win a game.
Yeah. Kaya does a lot again. Like Okay, Kaya doesn't stop that. So they went library pass so that they could draw a card.
Yep.
And that's what they're going to be doing for the rest of the game, is drawing 2 on us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, the sea.
All right. So let's go. Like so, in case Wasteland exists, I suppose. All right. We're gonna draw a card. Yep. And we get to start seeing their other colors. Blue.
And then, okay, good.
That's very good, because that threatens our walkers in a very, very, like, annoying manner. Okay.
Too many options. It's too expensive for Kaya to just murder. Grook, untapping doesn't do much. Making a beast also doesn't do much. I mean, they can't currently crew Smuggler's Copter, but I gotta presume that
100% chance.
pretty easily.
I assume an
And
opponent with 9 cards will find something, right?
Yeah.
We could elk it. Turns it into a 3/3 forever, but it loses its text.
Right? And that's the kind of thing that can trade with, our own elk, our own beast. It seems okay.
Yeah. Doesn't remove its mana cost, so Kaya can't murder it. We also could Garrick Plus. Garrick makes a beast, turn beast into elk. Perfect moves. Like, Garrick Plus means we have a walker that doesn't die to copter. I don't think it's Kaya here. I think
it's not Kaya. It's the choice between Garuk and Oko, really.
Yeah. The power of Oko is that, like, Oko +2 even is just powerful enough to have a billion loyalty. We'll go Garrick here.
All right, repping the counter spell. I like it.
Yeah. And then they draw a card at upkeep because they have 7, they're 8, and then they draw and they'll be at 9. And this is where they play, like, Dice to Saint Traft or something that's, easy. Blade Splicer is a good one for this curve. Okay, the first one. Fine.
God damn it.
So having perfect knowledge is sometimes a curse, let me tell you. Okay, they get to loot.
Man, Geist of Saint Traft is a troublesome one.
Yes. Difficult for us to do. We need a 3/3 in play, basically. Oh, I'm so sorry, my friend. You've incorrectly identified the creature that you needed. We do have an edict on our board, yeah. I think. Maybe we don't.
Okay. I don't think we have any edicts. We're kind of light on interaction. All our interaction comes from walkers. And most of those target and Assassin's Trophy targets and so on, so.
Okay.
So we are going to Garuk Plus. So we have 6 mana effectively.
Yeah.
Trophy the library is short-sighted. I don't think we're...
The problem with trophying the library is that we take something like half our life total to do it. We could harmonize if we draw an untapped land, Oko. If we don't draw an untapped land, Assassin's Trophy.
And then we'd be trophying the copter.
Yeah, I'd probably like trophy the copter when they go to crew it. The idea there is that the further we dig right now, the closer we get to Oath, and that turns like that's something we kind of need to do.
Yeah.
Right now.
Okay. Let's do that. Let's not lose sight of what we're doing because our opponent is also doing things.
Right. Okay, so if I want an untapped land, I can have it. What is our second play? Is it just the trophy?
It's trophy or Oko, right?
Yeah. Oko... Problem is, Oko actually does die to Geist the Saint Draft.
Wow.
Yeah, one of the few cards that kills it on curve. I'm gonna go with leave up trophy. So we're gonna play the courtyard.
Yeah, I can't imagine they actually crew, right?
I think they play something pre.
Yeah, okay, right. They're not crewing with Geist again.
Right.
That's what I meant. Okay, no library this time. They want to use all their mana.
Okay. Tells me they must have some sort of powerful effect. And probably they don't have another land.
Gideon.
Geddon.
Yikes.
Sometimes I know my cards too much. This is a perfect Assassin Trophy time. So, Geddon, huh?
Looking like it. Well, we keep our Signet. So we're gonna get back to Oko mana pretty quick.
Also, we get to, like, Treasure Cruise mana, like... now?
Sweet. Ugh.
Okay, they were gonna crew that. Okay, so Garrick's dead. Attacking Garrick, attacking face. Because you can do that. Okay. So I want to top deck Oath. That's good news too. We can just Treasure Cruise for 3 cards here, or we can just play the Greaves.
How about Greaves now? And the next turn we can cruise and play Oath?
Yeah. Or play Oko if, like, that's necessary. Oko turn Greaves into a 3/3 or something.
Yeah, turn the Greaves into a 3/3. To block the stupid Geist of Saint Draft. It's okay. It's all good. We're doing great. They'll never see it coming. Although Lightning Greaves might have given away the game a little.
Okay, so good news for us. Legion's Landing is when you attack with 3 or more creatures. Do the thing. However, and you might be like, well, 1, 2, token. Token doesn't attack.
Yeah, it enters tapped and attacking.
Yeah.
Magic is old and weird. There's lots of old junk in it.
The thing is, there's no way to cleanly do that the other way, though. Like, because...
Yeah, it would have to be like one of those goblins that's like beginning of combat trigger, you know?
Right.
And then you're
Like,
you're kind of getting the angel for free. Or maybe they could put a clause on Geist or Saint Traft himself that says attacks each turn if able, which is not a very blue-white thing. That's kind of funny.
So I'm just gonna cruise right now.
Okay.
Thanks, Gedden.
Thanks, Ravages of War. Okay, these are our mystical treasures. Hmm. Can't do much more this turn.
No, sadly not. Like, vent pass, and then we go to 2. And then Oath is too slow if we draw it.
Yeah.
So we have to find Tinker. So we just play Vent, and...
Yeah, I mean, they put us in the presser. They got their early aggressive creature down that we couldn't directly interact with, and then cast Ravages of War.
Tinker is definitely not too slow. We have a Lightning Greaves.
No, Tinker can kill them in one shot.
Yeah. Our creature deals 11, in fact.
It just sort of needs to be, like, right here.
Yeah. Also, don't play 2 toughness of blockers. We can't beat that.
I suppose it could also possibly be, like, you know, not here, but Island and Tinker on the top with the Brainstorm.
I think that's what we have to find.
Right? That's literally the only out at this point, I think. Which is, like, it's a long shot, but...
Yeah, because we can't cycle the Relic quick enough. Okay.
And, you know, typically this is a bad Brainstorm, but considering it's the only line... Oh no! Oh no!
We're off blue right now.
Off blue! If that plains had been an island. Woo! Yeah. Oh, that feels great, actually.
Alright.
I'm loving that.
Let's not show them anything else. We don't need to show them the Tinker. We don't need to show them any of that. We don't need to make changes to the mana base based on that. That has a lot more to, because we can control that. No. We can control it a lot more with knowing that Gedden exists rather than anything of that nature. We don't have an edict. Iona, however, our opponent's near mono white. Resolving that is the game.
Yeah, what did we see that wasn't white?
Ponder and Smuggler's Counter. So
they filled their grave a bit. Yeah, and the Smuggler's Counter. But, like, yeah, okay. So are we removing Terrastodon for that, or
that seems fine. We keep the you know, Tinker target.
Yeah. Keep the Tinker target. Ooh, that's true. Kaya didn't see that many targets. She can target the token from Legion's Landing.
I feel like a deck like that still has a couple. Like, in the sense of, like, something like a Mother of Runes or a Figure of Destiny. I feel like...
That's true.
I feel like this looks like an opponent who's going to have, like, some...
I don't know that they necessarily keep their Containment Priest in if we show them Greaves. You know, maybe they're much more experienced at this kind of thing than I am. Huh.
I own it in the opener. That's pain, but we have Enlightened Tutor, so we keep it.
Oh my god, the rare turn 1 Enlightened Tutor?
Yeah.
Is this real?
Play a creature.
Come on. You love creatures. You want a vampire token, don't you?
I think I wait on the tutor.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, we can still play Signets.
Yeah.
What? The bad news of curving into Coercive Portal.
Right.
You know, sign me up.
This just makes us
getting
look like...
signets down against the
and
oh no!
If we had end-stepped that E-tuner.
Gasp, we've been gotten.
Stop on my turn on my upkeep, please. Thank you. Cool.
Sweet. Okay, do your worst. What's the equip?
No, we played around the Mana Tithe. There's no problem with the Mana Tithe.
Sort of body and mind.
Sure.
That could be awkward, but...
Anyway, here's Oath of Druids.
Hey, that's a good one. Oh look, Oath of Druids.
Anyway.
Okay, your go.
Okay, so the worst thing they could do would be Containment Priest.
Sword could, I guess, theoretically kill us, but...
They have to hit us.
Yeah. It doesn't make its own body right away. Which is the traditional problem with Batterskull. And, you know, we can get Oko and turn it into an elk, I guess. Wow, what wording on this thing.
Yeah.
Player who controls more creatures than they do and is their opponent. What if we suddenly make nice? All right.
Choose target opponent. Okay. Activate Oath of Druids.
Yes, we would like to do this. It's Blightsteel Colossus. Hey, that's Oko in the grave.
Blightsteel will shuffle back if it goes to the graveyard, yes. Let's play a Signet.
Sounds good to me. What is this? Oh. That's bad is what it is.
Yeah, because Iona's in our hand.
Okay, so we need to find Brainstorm.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab Island, thank you very much. Okay. They're also going to attack us with a Sword of Body and Mind.
Yeah, after we milled ourselves out.
I think we lose.
Wait, is that Brainstorm in the yard?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay.
We're done here. Alright.
Dang.
Alright. That was why we needed the Iona instead.
That was fun though.
We got to do our plan on curve.
Yeah. See, this is why I like drafting or forcing really these strategies. Like, you know, if you can see their hand and you're this kind of fair, grindy deck with reasonable cards, it's like it's suffering. Even to win is to suffer. But if you enjoy the suffering. That's not quite...
This is keepable because I can Enlighten Tutor for an artifact to tinker.
Yeah.
But
okay, cool.
We're also all in on this hand, so...
What artifact would we want? Just a Signet?
Yeah.
Because we have Signet, Relic, Portal's too expensive. Greaves we would want to stay on the battlefield.
Let's go grab a non-green Signet because we're going to be sacking it.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, what are we going to draw? Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Lumbering Falls, Forest. No, play a Monodoric. That makes me nervous. See, now they can, like, mono-leak us. That's not exciting. Oh, it's just happening.
Hello.
Okay. And then this was the plan. Your move.
Then Do you have an out?
Like, repeal doesn't do it.
Yeah, they didn't petty theft it. Do they have a... They have a blocker. They need 2 toughness of blocking.
I think they're considering whether to show us more cards.
Okay.
Oh my god. Yeah, like cloning it would be dope.
Pay 2 life. Pay 2 life. Not pay 2 life.
Yeah, Phyrexian Metamorph would be the thing there. Green Suns for 2.
So this is just finding a blocker. That is a creature with 2 toughness.
This was the mistake. I think that they just made a mistake. Not a like huge one, because they just want to play more Magic, which I can understand. But they're just holding us off.
They're gonna play Island Control Magic. That's their...
Okay.
That's what they're hoping to do, right?
That would be pretty dire.
So now we need to just hit... Okay.
Yeah, so again, I think that was a mistake, because now we know who they are.
Yeah.
They're like the basic version of us. They have elves, they have a ton of green.
I'm bringing an Iona again for green.
Sounds good to me. We tinkered on turn 3 for Blightsteel Colossus, and that was enough.
Yeah. Turns out that tinker for Blightsteel is pretty good.
Yeah, because they're gonna have Green Sun, so they probably have, you know, the typical green plan of elves into like Kaya is going to be amazing because of the elves, but elves into what's his name? The Thunder Boy. The big one from Avacyn Restored. The one that you
Crater Hoof Behemoth.
Crater Hoof.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crater Hoof
Big boy. The one good one.
It's kind of funny. You look at the list of like mythics from Avacyn Restored. That set has a ton of power there, but like the limited.
You would never know what to draft it,
right? Well, that's why. Although there's no power right? Anywhere else. Oh my god.
It was a weird time to be into playing Magic the Gathering, especially hot off the heels of like 2 of my favorite sets to draft ever.
Mm-hmm. I think the infamous one is actually Dark Ascension.
Really?
Or it's either that or
Dark Ascension. I mean,
no. Sorry, the infamous. So Numbin is mentioning a infamous white mythic that like was changed at the last second.
Oh.
Archangel's Light.
Huh.
Or Archangel's.
I kind of want to mulligan this just to put Yona back in the deck.
This already is a mulligan, right?
That's a mulligan already, right?
Okay, this has like stuff to do.
Put back Island? Because we kind of have like Shambling Vent, Forest, Underground Sea can cast both Oko and Kaya.
Right, and I'd rather hold the upheaval for like a longer term play. Okay. Hopefully Kaya can get some removal done. They're on the play, so they're going to be going fast, obviously. This is, you know, just sort of how it do. It's fun.
The extra nervous.
God, look at these 2 next to each other.
Yep, same deck.
Oh my God.
Don't worry about it. The mana's fine.
Well, not even that, just like power level.
Oh, yeah. Weren't they printed in the same year, too?
Yeah, Kaya's from Ravnica Allegiance.
Yeah. Yep, nothing to do. Pass to you. Honestly, like, Signet is a pretty slow start for the typical, like, green ramp deck. So I don't mind that. Their own Oko?
No, just continuous ramp. Which, that's a card that gets the ramp done.
For expecting them to have, like, elves.
It's fine. That makes this as an easy Oko plus turn. Yeah, we can Signet next turn for free.
Sweet. And then we can have Kaya destroy the food, because food has 0 converted mana cost. Ooh, this is a thing that I've been thinking about for a long time. Is to make a magic card that creates an artifact token that is the clue treasure food.
Sack for draw cards, sack for...
Yeah. Sack for mana, sack for card draw, sack for life. And it's like everything. But it would have to like... it would have to thematically work somehow. It would have to be like a king cake, but a mysterious king cake.
Okay, so here's the cool thing. They can like play Primeval Titan or whatever. Oh, they're opposition, sure.
That's probably not going to matter.
It's like strong if they have Hermit to follow it, but... Okay.
Inky Drew.
I got bad news. That's not the one I care about.
Okay, good. It's tapped. I guess we can no longer signet for free.
Yeah, we can just play Kaya, though. I also...
Kaya plus Oko Elk Food attack? Or...
Yeah.
Or even...
That's what I was thinking.
Considering they can...
I don't know if we want to elk food, or if we just want to keep making food.
Yeah, I guess we wouldn't attack in that scenario.
Okay, well, it's definitely Kaya here, I feel. One thing that's kind of neat is that we can, like, pass them a food and then murder it.
It is kind of cute.
Alright, I'm gonna...
This is the traditional play pattern with Oko. Food is green.
Mm-hmm. So they can level this up or whatever, but if they level it up...
They can't evolve Lady. What's Oko's third ability?
Steal a 3-power or less thing.
Control target artifact control target.
This will have 3 power.
With power 3 or less, okay.
So I will just steal this Incubation Druid. Titan?
Yikes.
You played an elk, cool. Look, it's an elk.
Yeah, I know. They get lands out of the deal, though.
Yeah. Bit of a worry. 6 mana 3/3 get 2 lands is still incredibly powerful, is the trick there. Okay. I want that Incubation Druid, because that gives me a really, really good upheaval. Okay.
That's fine. Like, they're just giving us more turns to find our, like, the actual things we want.
3 or less. Okay, we can't blow that up with it. Well, let's do the obvious play. And then... yeah, Kaya plus.
Makes sense. Look, they're not exciting plays, but they were what we got, so...
2 cards in hand. Again, I want that...
oh, man, we could even, like, donate them a signet.
Yeah, which we'll get back on the upheaval.
On the upheaval, yeah.
So I think I might just steal that Druid regardless on the next turn. Depends on their play. If they play like a freaking...
yeah, I mean, it's going to be genuinely hard to opposition, or I'm sorry, upheaval because of opposition.
Yes.
Yeah, we have the mana to adapt it in theory, if it really comes to that.
Okay, Limmering Falls is blue and green.
They do have evolve mana up.
Alright, so I'm just gonna block the Lumbering Falls then with our 3-3.
Sounds good to me.
So that gets a nice threat off the table. And it puts Oko on 2.
We might have to give up on stealing it. Because we have the opportunity to murder it right now.
That's probably fine. Murder it, make a food. No, murder it, make our Signet Elk.
Yeah, I would want Signet into Elk on that line.
Okay.
Because that line protects all 3 walkers.
Yeah.
Doesn't really give them any options. We have a lot of clicks to do on our various turns, but you know what? So do they. They have opposition.
Okay, 3 cards in hand.
Yeah. So what they could do is play a creature, opposition our Elk, finally kill Oko or Vraska.
In that case, with their Druid gone, I might take the Upheaval. Because we can play Land Signet to follow it up.
Okay, what do we got?
This is Hydrate Krasis for $1 billion. That's so much worse than Hydrate Krasis for $1 billion. That is not Hydrate Krasis for $1 billion. Goodbye, Oko.
All right. Well,
are they going to tap Woodfall? Okay, we are going. Here we go. We're going to Upheaval because they're going to attack with Primeval to kill Vraska. But then we'll have enough mana to just Upheaval and restart this game. Which we kind of have to do. Okay.
Could we minus Kaya before we do that? Just as a best practice kind of thing? Right? Because they're just going to like take a bunch of damage.
Yeah, and then...
Maybe not a bunch, but...
Oh god, we can't play the Signet because the Signet doesn't have abilities, so it doesn't tap or anything. Okay. I'm just mentally thinking about what else I want to do on the turn. Attack for 3 with Signet, and then restart the game. So.
Okay. Choose target. Oh god. We can choose ourselves. Okay, hoping the last card is not interactive in any meaningful way. I guess drawing Terastodon is pretty crummy, actually.
Yeah, I'm probably discarding some of our extra lands here. So we only have to discard 2.
It's not that bad.
Probably discard Swamp Plains or something like that. I'm thinking we keep Terastodon because we might get to Terastodon, you know?
Right. We have Shambling Vent and Concealed Courtyard as coverage there.
Yeah. Let's get rid of the...
we still have Yona and Blade? We totally do have both, yeah.
Yeah, I put both in because I didn't want to run into a situation again. They have 15 cards in hand, by the way. So this is why Upheaval owns, because it like -6s them, you know? Tap Breeding Pool, discard 7, go. You know?
Yeah, then their yard has a bunch of fuel for when Kaya comes back.
Yep. One problem we do have is we didn't kill the Primeval Titan. Like, they have some gas. They have Titan.
Yeah, they have their own signet.
Yeah. And they have Titan plus Woodfall Premise. So, like, there's some goods in there. Discard 6 basics. And plow.
Gasp.
Okay. I don't think we play that until they have a creature. So.
Makes sense to me.
Because, like, we play it now, they just play their signet and they never play a creature. You know?
Right.
But if they...
You know, we've lost the ability to give them an elk.
Yeah, but now say they play, like, a mana dork here instead of their signet. Or, you know, the next turn they play a mana dork to try to get them to 6. Like, then things look... Oh, holy shit. Excuse me.
Small change of plans. Hey there.
Hello.
Like, I have to imagine that a deck that's running opposition wants to have a lot of creatures, but...
So they have opposition in hand. So their hand is like opposition, Woodfall Primus. You know, like, they could opposition tap this down forever. The problem is opposition costs 4. You know?
Right, they need Ornithopter? That ain't happening. Their own Oko would be pretty strong.
Yes. I'd be, like, okay with that, because, like, we still have an okay board. You know? But...
Decisions.
Oh,
Channel.
Fuck.
Okay.
Wait, they fucked that up. No, they can pay into the signet. Okay.
Yeah, they can... Yeah, okay. Colorless into that.
Right.
They decided to not try it.
Well, here's the thing. So, like, say they opposition, you know, they pay 2 life in opposition. They only have 1 green left over. And if their hand is currently Titan, double green.
Woodfall Primus and
triple
Titan.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, like, they can't actually play enough.
Oh, that was great.
What a match.
Plan B of a bunch of obnoxious planeswalkers.
We just mess with our opponent for, like, 4 turns with some obnoxious junk planeswalkers who are annoying, and then our opponent, and then finally we just go, whatever, upheaval, and...
2 of the payoffs, huh?
That's actually all of them in our main deck.
Okay.
So this has to be a mulligan. Oh, come on.
How many white sources?
Or artifacts.
Okay, white source or artifact. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
no, this is
because it's white source or artifact are both on, this is fine.
Okay, non-blight seal Colossus artifact. I think we have, like... And there's some, like, double coverage there in the case of something like Orzhov Signet.
Yeah. What in the world? Okay, somebody tell me what our opponent is doing. Okay, don't kill the signet. Green, red, Rabblemaster.
Well, that's a lot of toughness.
But it all has to attack.
In theory, I mean... I cannot block. Alright, good, and a backup plan to follow this up.
Do I want to Enlighten Tutor this turn?
What for?
I don't know. The reason I ask is we have a white left over. We could just go grab Oath.
Yeah. Let's oath with Tinker on the stack.
Well,
Or in money. No. We have to do it the opposite way. We have to float a white. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm a big dum dum. I love doing things with other things on the stack too much. Okay, just you do the line and let me try to talk about what our opponent has been doing, and why they have a Spire Bluff Canal. I think that they are a Naya beatdown deck that just happens to have Spire Bluff Canal because they like dual lands. I'm gonna guess officially that there is no blue card in their deck whatsoever. They might have like Oko. I don't know.
It's weird because there is red.
Yeah. Like, our mana base is pretty messed up if you take a close look at it, but you know, it makes sense to us. And we have a bunch of signets too.
Please do not look at our mana base. So they have to block with Rabble Master to not die.
They have, I mean, this is not just a lock, right? Like, they can interact with our guy. They could play Oko and Elk it. They could Path to Exile it. They're not going to remand it anytime soon. Although I guess they could channel Repeal.
Just burn! Of all the plays, that's the one I want to see right now.
I want to see that. I want to see them channel into Repeal on Blightsteel Colossus. That is a hero's maneuver. I think we would have to concede on this.
Right, like...
Or just be like, no, you're too powerful.
Clearly, this opponent cannot be defeated. Like, look, we might be able to beat you, but we cannot break your spirit.
Okay, they're having a good long think about it. I mean, I think this is once again the kind of good long think that you do when you're trying to decide if you want to show your opponent more cards.
Mm-hmm. Because they're dead in 2 turns, right? Like,
yeah, block with the Rabble Master, take 9 poison, fail to come up with 10 toughness of blocker. No, it would have to be 11 toughness of blocker at that point.
Yep. This also says to me, at least, like, this long of a pause tells me we're not just going to say, like, path attack for 8. That's...
Right. They're trying to think of what they can find off of their, like, one Brainstorm or Ponder or something. They'll play Swamped. Toxic Deluge for 11.
And they've made their decision. Do not show us.
They decided that they don't want to show us because what they presented is very confusing.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm going to do that, and again, I'm going to put the Relic out. The Relic is literally a placeholder card. You know, it's obviously there for Tinker, but we haven't had an issue finding signets for that. And this gives us, like, a thing we can, do I want to include in... No.
Okay, submission received.
Okay. Was thinking about including the mountain.
We do not have a red signet. We have a red duel.
Okay, I like this. Like... Okay, can we figure out what our opponent's doing?
No. But thankfully, we won't need to.
Yeah.
What they're doing is making a lot of elks.
We can just make elks to block their 2/2s. That's Spire Bluff Canal.
Oh man, untapped Spire Bluff.
What?
Shrine of Burning Rage.
What is happening?
I have less information now than I did a second ago. 5-color burn.
Well, okay, that shrine doesn't do jack, because, like, if that thing gets to, like, 8 counters, it becomes an elk. I too play Shrine of Burning Rage in my 4-color deck.
Okay. This could be a stipulation draft. Like they had to draft all the cards that were at the top left or something.
That's like, because right now the cards we've seen 2 cards, and it makes me think a mono red opponent, right? You know, ignore the lands. Like,
yeah.
Like, you know,
that backed up with a bunch of forests and. Yo, check me out. It's your boy.
Food. I don't believe in Goblin Guide.
Oh my god. Goblin Guide, equip Sword of War and Peace, get busy.
Yeah.
Oh, what an amazing line.
I don't believe in that. Alright, whatever. You get some more charge counters on your thing. I think they're just mono red, but they're including the wrong lands as a joke. Hellrider. Koth. Wait, Koth doesn't work here. This is your only mountain, you just played it. Mono red, no basic mountains challenge.
No, what I want. Oh my god. They had the channel. They're a channel fireball deck. They are.
Oh my god.
That's why they have so many forests. I was right. I mean, ish.
What in the hell is this? There's Inferno Titan.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh. Inferno Elk deals 3 damage.
Okay. Enough left over to equip Sword of War and Peace?
No, they're gonna blast Oko
with a shrine.
That's a smart move. And they're gonna equip Sword? That's what we call bad news. Can't cast that Treasure Cruise. So they're mono red with channel.
Looking that way.
Okay. I'm gonna eat a food. Yeah, we take a little bit of damage here. Some.
Oh man, if they break out Time Walk after all this. Oh boy.
Okay. Okay, we take 4, they gain 3. What?
Tolarian Academy.
Nothing's real. Nothing is real. Our opponent's mono red. I have never been more confused at an opponent. I want to see more.
Oh, they won't show us anything more.
I know, but I can.
I mean, they're a bit of a show off, but like, man, Tolarian Academy. I guess Shrine of Burning Rage and Sword of War and Peace are artifacts, so there's that.
so we get to go to 1 here. Because Limerick Falls gets to block.
Aha, surprise! Oh my god, that thing has fire breathing? Where did it get that?
Always had it.
I have never remembered that card with fire breathing. What the hell?
Come on.
Inferno Titan indeed.
Alright.
Cool.
So mono red, huh?
Oh, do we have to do the thing?
That's better than a Charka. Is there mono red 5 color?
Yeah. I don't want to do the Kitchen Finks Thragtusk thing. I think that's lame.
I don't think I would. I'm not doing the thing.
Okay.
Thragtusk would be like an okay include. But the problem is, like, so the mono red plan of, like, you know, the Kitchen Finks Thragtusk is against the mono red player who is like Goblin Guide, Swift Spear, you know, like killing you on turn 4. This player is way outclassing a Thragtusk. Right?
With what they presented us already, yeah. I mean, even in, like, kind of a neutral case, they can sail over its head with the Phoenix.
Yeah.
You know? This is fine. Let's have some fun.
Oh my god. Yeah, mono red. They're mono red. Until proven otherwise, this opponent is mono red.
Okay.
They've shown us 3 red cards, 2 artifacts on Tolarian Academy, and like 12 non-mountain cards. Like, I don't know what's going on. Channel. And channel.
I really wish they had channel repealed when I told them to. Oh, that would be great.
They're a deck who might do that.
Okay. Yikes.
Horrible.
This is tough, because this hand doesn't do all that much.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't want to go to 5.
I think our deck can do better on 5s.
Okay.
Sure, we bottom Iona, we bottom something. Maybe we bottom Kaya, because Kaya doesn't do a lot in this match. Vraska seems very good.
Yeah. Yeah, we want the signets. Hey. Love to see it.
Okay, we want untapped land here, because that would let us Orzhov Signet into Oko.
Okay, line kind of decided for us here. Nothing too exciting.
Yep. Yeah, make food for Vraska. Yum yum. And tinker off the top, eat a food. I want an untapped land here. So that lets us be Garrick on tap 2 Signet. Or Vraska, if Vraska's needed. Depending on, like, what our opponent does here.
Worn Power Stone.
Kinda want Vraska.
So they're just a big stuff deck. That's what happened. They ended up with a bunch of artifacts, and their payoffs were in, like, a couple different colors, so they just said, you know, whatever.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep making food then. I could elk their power stone too if I want to try and push them off things. I'm probably gonna have Vraska kill that power stone next turn.
Sounds decent. Like, sure, it gets an attack in on Oko, but that's his life. I think the worst thing would be, like, land sword equip. Oh man, it has the old artifact border. Look at that.
One power stone is green.
That's very silly looking.
Sword equip isn't too scary if it's Sword of War and Peace.
Go they are playing Mountain.
Get out of here.
But how? How are they playing Mountain? They're a mono red deck.
Good thing Oko's removal ability is +1 and has infinite. Yeah, Oko's dumb as shit. Oko's unreasonable at every speed. Okay. Sure, again, I don't really care. Like, even. Well, what? Like, Oko takes. Yeah, Oko takes 5.
The numbers on Oko went very wrong somewhere.
Yeah, I can Garrick and Vraska.
Sweet. Pro white, pro red, huh? I like that this is all basically a distraction from our main plan.
Okay, so let's kill Warren Power Stone. Let's put Oko on 4.
Yeah. gain 2 life on your Planeswalker. It's vile. I love this naughty boy.
And then, like, Vraska has some food.
Vraska can eat food. We can make 2 3/3s.
Yeah, we can make 2 3/3s as blockers. I can, like, make 1 3/3 and make one of their creatures a 3/3. We can, turn their sword off. We can attack with, Lumbering Falls. We could activate Lumbering Falls and then turn it into an elk. Sort of elk and elk.
That's sort of a legal play.
Like, if we wanted, like, a perma 3/3 for some dumb reason. Alright, here's something big, right?
Siege Gang Commander.
That's something we don't have a huge, like, a good way of answering. You know?
He's too expensive to be, like, eaten by Vraska. I guess we elk him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and draw my card first.
Makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, elk so that we don't, like...
I mean, I figure it gets to both attack and then throw goblins around if we let him untap at all.
Yeah.
It's gonna pick up Sword of War and Peace. I don't.
We can turn Sword of War and Peace into an elk. That gets rid of that problem. Because turning into a 3/3 has the problem of, like, how the hell do we kind of, like, stop it? I guess we have to, like, chump it with Garrix.
Well, we have Garruk and we have a Lumbering Falls of our own, right?
Okay, so, like, I think we want the sword off. Oh, God, that leaves a lot of activations. Oko has infinite toughness, though. I think Garrick wants a 3/3. That's a pretty...
Yeah, that part of the plan is set.
That's just like, so we have a Lumbering Falls we get to block with.
Right. Like my reasoning for making the Siege Gang Commander a 3/3 first is that does not give them an extra creature right away. Like, is that? I mean, compare that to equipping Sword of War and Peace. I just don't know.
Because then they'll have a 5/5 that we kind of have to. It's tough. Siege Commander is green. One other line we had there was attacking for 12. Just, you know.
Yeah, activate Lumbering Falls. Food becomes a 3/3. Overrun with Garruk.
Yeah.
Huh.
Sure.
So how big is Lumbering Falls on the activation, actually?
It is a 3/3.
Also a 3. Everything's a 3/3. Why did I even ask?
Yeah. So all the goblins have to attack. Except for the elk.
The elk does not have to attack. Alright, let's do some complicated combat.
Yeah, like, who are you attacking and where, right? Like, is this like everybody at Vraska? Everybody at, like, what's going on? Where are these all going? Garruk? Oh god, they're splitting them. Fuck this. okay, hold on.
I don't think this is actually that complicated, right? We have to activate Lumbering Falls.
Yeah.
Alright.
So we just let the 1/1s hit. Like, we let the 1/1s hit the, Oko down to 2. Garruk lives, Oko takes 3, Vraska lives.
And then all our walkers live?
And we can just replace our 3/3s with more 3/3s.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's draw. Okay. So, Vraska, we can minus for a kill. That is Vraska dead. We also can plus Vraska for a card draw.
So I think cashing in Vraska would be on Sword of War and Peace specifically would be pretty good because currently we get to make a couple 3/3s and soak their goblin tokens up.
Yeah, like maybe one gets that Rabble Master. I'm a little like frightened to lose our only draw engine right now.
I understand.
Can we lose another 3/3 and still be okay? Like, can we kill the sword next turn, right? Like, is that a... There'll be 4 goblins attacking.
I think that's heavily dependent on what we would draw. So, like...
Right.
We cannot actually have the information that we would want.
Well, let's...
Attempting to make a beast.
They have a lightning strike?
Whew.
They should have used it before if they had it. Like, I'm gonna try one more turn on Vraska. Oh my god, okay.
I was about to say don't eat the food because we would want the food to be a 3/3, but we have choices. I mean, this is roughly equivalent to sacrificing a land.
Yeah.
Outcome is very similar. So that's not a big deal, that line.
I wanted access to all my mana on the draw, was the reasoning there. Like, if we draw into something, like, that is large enough that it's like, well, we needed to, terrest it on, something like that.
Right. But I was going to say, like, float the green from a forest and just plan to eat that.
Sure.
But... no, they didn't draw anything. They've been bricking pretty hard and doing the best with what they got.
Alright, equip
they
that
did
sword.
Not draw anything at all. This is just equip sword, attack with goblins. Maybe even, like, chip in with the Rabble Master.
If the Rabble Master has the sword, it's a 4/4, and that actually makes it pretty dangerous.
Yeah, that kind of greatly complicates our things. So if we wanted to, like, block it to take it out in that scenario, he would be attacking with all these other goblins, and it gets more power, so it's basically a
full trade.
And then they're left over with, like, some material, and they've taken down a planeswalker of their choice.
Yeah, only one. Funny how this game is like a farce. No equip?
That's
scary.
Choice. That means they did find Inferno Titan, but didn't want to pre-combat it?
That's weird. I don't know why you wouldn't want to just take out a blocker. I guess maybe so that they can, like, more directly... Okay, so where are you attacking? Hold on, let me...
Need to know where you're attacking. You're after Vraska.
Okay, so they're getting Garrick.
Yeah. Then we get to choose whether we... I think we're blocking the Rabble Master, right?
Yeah, might as well take it out.
Then just soak a goblin.
Yeah, because, like,
make sure the signet goes to the yard for future treasure cruise. I like it.
That, and make sure they can't, like, top deck an artifact removal spell to, out our blocker, something like that.
So is it still an artifact at that point?
No, sorry, I guess, yeah, you're right. Wow. Okay, so there's the
Titan. I was correct, but they are weird.
Okay.
That's very confusing.
How are we winning this game? Because right now we just have a beast. I could mine his Vraska to kill a sword and nothing else relevant. I think we draw another card here.
I think so too. Now these draws have been very poor. We started off pretty hot with our planeswalkers, right?
We've drawn Forest Island in succession, I think 3 times now. Like, directly. Like, just Forest Island, Forest Island, Forest Island. Like, it's just been non-stop on this. So we're gonna go ahead and draw one last card. And, like, Tinker would be an obvious big one here. Upheaval works. We are short the mana for that.
That is a pity.
Yeah.
Well, time to take a beat down.
Yeah.
We get a little extra life out of having Vraska on our side.
You get like basically one more turn. Oh, sorry. I forgot our opponent is incredible.
Yeah, the Tellurian Academy.
Oh my God! Sorry, everyone. I see Rabble Master.
Powerful card. They just wanted powerful cards in their deck.
We've got these really good red cards, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, by the way, here's my Temple Garden. Here's my Tellurian Academy.
Oh yeah, Temple Garden, Tellurian Academy in your
mono red artifact. Show me something. That's Blue.
What on earth?
Blue. Yeah. No, you're just gonna plus to ready nothing? No. I need to know. Jane. Jane, please.
Jane, what are you doing?
Jane, I have to know.
I'm frightened and cold. I can hear the wolves.
Alright, so here comes the beatdown. I think Inferno Titan just walks over and kills Vraska.
Yeah, 3 damage to the beast. That's basically always happening.
Ignoring Vraska. Alright.
They've decided we die today.
Okay, so we take 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 17.
I appreciate the bloodthirstiness. I don't think Wildwood does it. I don't think anything would do it, actually.
Upheaval.
Yeah. Alright, Upheaval. Now's your shot. Do we have cards in Exile? Have we exiled literally anything? No. Okay, so you get to see our draw right in front of you. This is it. The what? 11 lands, 2 signets,
and
4 other cards.
It's ready. No! Show me more of your deck!
Come on!
No!
What's the real reason for all this nonsense?
I need to know why Temple Garden's in your deck! Please! I can never know.
I mean, Temple Garden was for channel, right?
Then why is it white? Why is that a forest?
They have a red-white fetch land. They have the Arid Mesa. Don't message. Never message the opponent.
No, that's...
I don't want to know.
What are you playing Academy for? Okay, we'll never know. And that's the end of that one. You were talking up the mystery of like, oh, it's such a mystery when you don't thought season your opponent and don't know everything. You know, the real mystery is that when we just what we needed was
okay, well, if you're playing a discard deck, you will never face that kind of pile. That just will never happen. Also, they ended the game with like 2 cards in their hand anyway. They were probably both lands still.
No, they couldn't have been because they weren't plussing their Duretti. They could have cycled them. They just chose not to. That deck was pretty fun. I'm glad that we got to have it work.
I did like it. I think it finally really came together when we found the Tinker late.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of a payoff for an earlier decision to get the Blightsteel Colossus instead of the Emrakul, even though the Emrakul made it back around. So who knows? Maybe whatever we picked, the other one was destined to make the wheel.
Yeah. Anyway,
also the fact that Enlightened Tutor was like any artifact or oath.
Yeah, so we had a really solid. We also like basically never ran into color problems.
Yeah, not really.
I mean, 4-color deck.
There were a couple of awkward turns with like, do we get to make our land drop effectively because we have a signet instead of a land? But
Yeah, but that's like signet problems more than color. Like, you know, just because it's like signets do that too often, where it's like, oh yeah, you can't make your. But
and part of that was by design. We intentionally left out any like double black costs.
Yeah. I'm pretty happy with the couple games where we just sat there with like pile of planeswalkers doing some bullshit. And that was our game where it's like, all right, here we go.
Ultimately, I am kind of glad that our pile of planeswalkers was not able to overcome bricking for like 8 turns in a row.
Yeah, that's there's
okay.
That was why I wanted to keep drawing, because I'm like, you know, sooner or later we have to draw a live card, and it's like, no, there are still more lands in your library. You can always draw more lands. It's like, okay, fine. It's made up. Didn't happen. Anyway, that's all for Cube for tonight, and that's all for the Vintage Cube. It does disappear tomorrow. There's going to be different events that will replace it, but that's been the Vintage Cube. I've done I think like 8 of these or something like that since it's been around, and I've had a lot of fun with this. So we get to build. Where else do I get to build Oath of Druids?
Right. That's what I wanted to see, and that's what we did see.
Yep.
It even like failed once. How cool is that?
Yeah, it's just like, oh, whoops, they passed their target, and then played a sword of body in mine. And it's like, oh god, yep, we're dead as hell. Okay.
Oh wow, we just milled ourselves like half the deck. Very suspicious. Very suspicious.
All right, but thank you, Kaz, and thank you, Gnome, for both of you for joining on this.
You're very welcome. I had a blast.
Thank you, everybody in the zoo. Hope you all had a fun time with this. If you want to catch more the things I'm streaming, you always follow. See when I go live. It's generally cards. I've been doing 5 Central as of late, but everything else is 7 Central. Tomorrow is more Final Fantasy 13-2. Should be going through that some more. That'll be at 7, and then. Yeah, all sorts of other stuff. Subscribe for Cool Skulls and Slimes. And I think that's everything. So, all right. Have a good night, everybody.